my ears. Okay. If you'll need to screen me your screen.
Oh yeah. I have to open Blender.
That too.
That's not
Kind of
Blender.
used to.
There's so many icons that look the same.
What icon is basically an orange bullseye?
The origin kind of looks a little like it.
Who uses origin?
I still
they-
have it.
Aren't they dead yet?
I don't know.
Are you still playing the Sith?
Maybe don't touch me.
Yeah, I don't hear much from EA.
Nah, not really. I don't know if there's two of them. I don't know. There we go.
Both our cats are in here. Right, sunny day outside. Both our cats are inside. So.
No, that's not what I wanted to do. Layout is my person. Dear.
I'm pretty sure you saved it.
I did. There we go.
Okay. Suppose we're ready to continue.
Mm-hmm.
Front view.
Oop.
So, just for a quick reference, I don't really use this. Number pad, number 1 and number 3. Go ahead and try pushing.
Oh.
You know, just make it quick, and you don't have to use the menu above. And I'm sure one of them does top down as well. Yeah, the whole number pad is a bunch of hotkeys for Blender. So.
Oh my goodness.
So our next step is more of what we were doing yesterday. Select the top edge and extrude. Alt left click. Be in front view. Or side view. A view.
No, that was dead. I don't know
Just
what happened.
undo. You just Control Z.
Okay.
Make it so you can see the shoulders. Because you're going to go up pretty high. Okay, go up. I'd probably do the armpits.
Oh, like here?
Somewhere in there. Be good. And then the side view. Then scale on Y. Then move on Y to get it about right. And you pretend the breasts aren't there for now.
Okay.
So just like we're doing the rib cage. And you probably could rotate it while you're on the side view. R. You gotta click first, and then press R. You'll rotate.
Oh, well, no.
Basically, these lines should be like following the flow of the body is what's going on. You might need to scale some more. Move things around a little bit.
I hate that I can't move this the way I want to.
How do you want to?
Like I want to move it so it's not like so this could be in front of me and not to the side.
Shift middle mouse.
Oh yeah. God, I forget.
And every time you use your mouse wheel to zoom in and out, make sure the mouse is on the object. Because when it's not on the object, you zoom in wherever the mouse is. So if your mouse is on the picture, it'll go to your picture, not to your model. I mean, there's a setting that you could change it so it'll go to whatever is currently selected, like what you clicked on last. But that can also give you problems because you might have clicked your picture last or something that's off to the side. And then for the next one, you probably want to be on the side view and then extrude again, the base of the neck, rotate it, scale it. And this one's not going to match up as well. Like the back of the shoulders probably won't be there, but we'll fix that. Then once you got it where you want it, go to the front view. And in this case, I wouldn't use scale. And you'll see why once you zoom in on your body. See how all your lines are kind of moving off to the right?
I think. Yes.
Yeah, you just want to move them to the left. You don't want to scale them down because they would just shrink closer together. Just hit G and just move them left. You've still got that the bullseye turned on up above.
Right.
It's fine. Yeah, it's fine for now. Middle of the screen, top middle of the screen, the check blue right now. Yeah. That could mess things up if you're not aware that that's on.
Gotcha.
Okay. I suppose we could just extrude the neck out and just send it up into the head. The head will do as a separate object, so we can work on it without potentially editing the body. Just all the way up, just like put it in the middle of the head.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it doesn't matter because it's gonna get hidden by the head when we get there.
Mine's not perfectly aligned.
Yeah, you can rotate things if you want.
I don't think that made a difference, but
Okay. It's probably the base of the neck is not quite in position. Like, you know how you can see the front of the neck, both at the bottom and the top, so that's probably why. But it's fine. It will get adjusted later. You're gonna sculpt later anyways, so all this is variable. Okay, what I would do next, I'd probably go into edit mode real quick. Oh, not edit, but sculpt, sorry.
okay.
And then get the slide relax tool. It's not as bad for you on me compared to mine, but you see how my chest has got really wide front section.
Uh-huh.
Using the slide relax tool and hold shift, and it will kind of fix that. It'll also lower that line, but it's not a big deal. It's off, just move it. Oh, back. I forgot about that. Back is just as bad.
I'm not really sure what look I'm going for. Oh.
But
oops.
you're just right now. We're just trying to make. In the end, we want every square to be square. We don't want rectangles in the end. We want everything to be as square as we can. So like right now, you can obviously tell the torso's a bunch of very long rectangles. So that's what we're about to fix. But smoothing those out made them at least like rectangles and not closer to triangles. So next, if you go back into editing, go back to layout tab. You could go into edit by hitting tab on in the sculpt mode, but it sometimes doesn't let you go straight back to sculpting. So get into edit tab. Click tab.
Am I not in there?
No, you're in object mode right now. Now you're in edit. The biggest tell for that is the lines should get darker between object and edit mode.
Right.
And then, of course, looking up to see what it says up in the corner. Okay. So now we're going to hit Control R, put your mouse in the cursor in the middle, and then scroll your mouse wheel. And you should see a bunch of...
Okay, some of that got cut off. I feel like it lagged a little bit, so all I heard was mouse cursor in the middle, and then...
Zoom in more on the chest.
Okay.
So, Control R. And now scroll your mouse wheel up. So you probably have... Well, till things are more square, but I have 5 yellow lines. 5 is probably about right for you. And then click. And then right click.
Okay.
Left click, then right click. Now we have a bunch more mesh in there. And then we're going to do the same thing in the shoulder area. I'm going to say 4 yellow lines for me. Now, if you left click and then don't right click immediately, you can see what happens. You can move the lines up and down. But just right clicking keeps them evened up. But it may be later that you do the Control R, which is loop cut. You may just want one line, but you want it near the end of something. So that lets you move it before you finalize it.
Gotcha.
Okay. Trying to decide if we should make the arms pop out or if we should make shoulders first. Probably should do shoulders. This is more of a sculpting part. Go into sculpt mode. Got a front view. Take grab brush. Okay, why is mine? Oh, I'm not good. And I'm just kind of grab as close to the edge in the shoulder area as you can. And just grab and pull it out.
That's not right.
Yeah, you grabbed a little higher than I did. And it's still not going to be right, because like if you look at mine real quick, I grabbed more in the front than in the middle. That's just the problem with doing it from the front viewpoint. And it's just a nudge things around here and there until you get things about where you think they should be. And then always switch to your side view too. Probably the balloon option is a good thing to use here too. And then a little bit of smoothing, which is shift click. We're just worried about getting shoulders right now. And you don't have to make it match entirely. Because when the arms come out, they'll do a lot of the filling.
Mm.
This part is more art than of the science, I suppose. Actually, before we go too much further, let's go back to edit mode real quick. And then what I want you to do is go down to the leg where you can see the side of it.
Oh, the side?
Yeah, side. You don't have to be inside view. We just want to see the side of the leg. So what we want, the two faces that are most facing us. Like right now I'm holding Alt and I'm clicking on these two lines here and it brings up the whole everything in that chain.
Uh-huh.
We want the arms to pop out of these two faces. So if you wanna shift Alt and click on these while in sorry, you gotta hit select the face select mode, so hit 3 first. And then shift click on these lines. I don't know.
That didn't
These
work.
lines right here. It depends on where you're actually clicking. Are you holding Alt?
Yeah. It's...
There you go. Okay, now scroll up to where the arms are going to be. And this is probably where our models are going to start differing because there's getting to be more mesh. But we want to grab 4 squares, like a 2x2, and then we're going to extrude that out, and that's going to be the start of the arm. So it's kind of, yeah, right now yours, like, you need more done in the back to make it fleshed out, but we still want to grab a 4x4. Probably what you're on right now, what your mouse is hovering over, is probably your bottom left of the 4.
So...
Shift click the 4 that you think should probably be the others. So that one, the one above it, and the 2 to the right of those.
So this one, this one, this one, and this one?
Yeah. And then just extrude them out. Don't worry about how far, just bring them out. Ooh. Yeah. That's fine. You'll fix it. So
Okay.
now go to front view, make them T-posed, because they're probably like wings right now.
Yeah.
And what we'll probably end up doing is, if you watch me real quick, we'll probably use the loop cut and just make more lines like this at some point.
Okay.
So that we can make more definition in the arm, but we'll worry about that later. So now you can go back to sculpting on the back to pull it out and make it look better. I suppose if you want to add those loop cuts now, it'll let you make more detail in the shoulders.
My arms need to be longer?
They don't need to be, not to get the shoulders done.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if you want to extend it out to whatever length, we haven't set an arm length yet, and it's usually a kind of hard to set it at this point because we can't really.
Yeah. I realize mine are very far back, or I
But
moved them far back.
I mean, if you wanna position them to like where you think the elbows might be, then extrude again. The wrists, you can do that too. But you're probably gonna get the dimensions wrong in the end, anyways.
Woo.
Mm.
Yeah, my this looks really weird.
Yeah, we'll get to it. You have to edit the left arm.
Oh, that's right.
Their left arm.
And then I'm making the other, whatchamacallit? The other line section things. I can't remember what they're called.
Yeah, just adding more geometry. So you could loop cut, which is Control R.
Yeah, that's what I meant, loop cut. I just couldn't remember.
I'd only said the term once, so I wouldn't expect you to remember it just from that once. So just hit Control R, then move the mouse around and see if you can figure out how it figures out where to put the loop.
Mine seem to be here. Not sure if that's where I want it.
No, well, I mean, you could use some there, but not quite yet. Right now, your arms are going to be pretty blocky because they don't have any of the long cuts. So, you can look at my stream to see how the cut is. How I have it prepped. And you do that by putting the mouse over near the chest.
Gotcha.
You only want one cut in this section, and then you'll do another cut in the lower section, and then you'll do one on the top, or two on the top as well. And most of the time when you do loop cuts, once you've got it going in the right direction, you'll just left click, right click, left click, right click. Then go to the top and then do the same thing.
It should not be going down the body like that, right?
It will, yes.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we can make it so it's not later. Or we can do it now if you want.
But it's not a big deal if it does.
It doesn't hurt anything, but it's a kind of needless geometry.
I gotcha.
So it's I mean, if you wanted to at least match it up, you would then go in between the legs and make the loop cuts to their opposite sides. Which we could do that. And I mean, the more mesh there is, the more detail there can be. But at the same time, the more mesh there is, the harder it is for the system to use it. So you just got to figure out what that balance is. And of course, the more time goes on, the stronger the computers get, so the more you can do.
Yeah.
So what do you want to do? Just leave it? You want to add more
Yeah.
in the legs, or do you want to?
Leave it for now.
Because we can fairly easily like terminate it in the armpit. Like you watch what I do real quick. Now it's gone. And it's just, see, basically I turned these into one loop. I just connected them down here.
Oh.
It's a way to add more geometry in places without adding more throughout the rest of the mesh. So we could do that, or just leave it.
I'll leave it for now because I feel like if I start doing, I'll just confuse myself later.
Yeah, that is more of an advanced mesh work. It is not necessarily needed, at least not yet. Like, you might do more detail in the armpit later just to like get the muscle definition, but you might not. You might just add more polygons to the entire mesh. Okay, so probably also on your arm, do the loop cuts that are going around the arm, just so as you're working on the shoulder, it'll blend better into the arm.
Uh-oh.
But
You can hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. I don't see you moving anything.
You cut out really bad. And then the stream died.
My OBS says everything's fine.
It's on my end. I can see
Oh.
Discord is
How's-
in the yellow again.
How's your weather?
It's actually very beautiful.
Really?
Yeah, your stream is just lagging. Oh no. You're back in the red. Okay.
My phone seems to be picking up just fine.
Okay. Let me restart.
So are you just gonna use that Twitch account?
No,
Sure, you could.
you could.
You have the
but-
name. You already have it.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, don't ever do anything with this.
Yeah, but I mean, there's an answer.
True.
I mean, you could even make that the basis of the character if you wanted.
But I already had a character with that name.
Yeah, so repurposed.
No, she's dead and gone. Let's see. Okay, I think everything is working again.
Alright. Just telling you, do loop cuts on the arm
Where
that go around the that go around.
how many?
Control R or the button. I mean, our arms are different at this point, so it doesn't really matter. And we'll very much change this up later. So I guess just try to make the polygon square. I think my arms are way too long. I mean, I made it so there's an elbow and then a forearm. You haven't done that yet. That doesn't change anything.
Yes. Is 5 enough, or should I have made more?
I can't tell. I can't see yellow. The resolution Discord gives me.
Oh, yeah.
It's not only is the stream on at 1080p, but I think your streaming resolution is 720, and I can't make it full screen. Like, hold on. That's what it looks like. That is full screen. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm still not even getting a full screen.
Yeah.
Actually, if you click off them, I can probably see them better. So you probably have them selected.
Oh. There we go.
It'll be enough for now. I think I put a lot more in mine, but I mean, a lot of the lines might end up gone in the end, anyways. When we clean up. Hell, we're probably not even going to use this as the final mesh. We're probably going to re-topologize. Because everyone loves re-topologizing.
Sure.
Okay, so now you can go back to the scope. Work on the back some more. Pull it out. Flatten out the odd chest muscles, maybe.
I think I did that wrong because I was using
Just
inflate.
Yeah, just shift click on them a bit. You were trying to fill out the shoulders. And it was from the angle you were doing it was probably not the best. So that looks better. And if you want to turn the strength down, like to 25%, and then just shift click on the arms a couple times, it'll round them out a bit. Make them softer. Or this square. Don't shift click on the ends of them though. You'll probably want that as flat as it can be until you get the rest of the arms made out.
Why are my arms looking... I didn't think I... Oh, you know what? That's probably why. Maybe I need to undo that.
Yeah, I'm only getting like 1 frame every few seconds from you.
Yeah, I'm lagging again. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Or am I lagging again? Okay.
No.
Yeah, your stream is coming in and out for me.
I'm not dropping any more than usual. 1.7%. Oh, and she's gone. And she's back.
I think
Hello?
I disconnected.
You did.
Oh, I'm back. Okay.
Yeah, you are now.
Oh god.
I wonder if today's just not your day.
You know what? I've been feeling like that.
want to keep going?
Yeah. Oh no. Oh Jesus.
You'll need to share your screen.
There we go. Oh, I have to do it again.
Or you could be streaming and I could just watch that.
Hmm. Yeah. No one wants to watch me stream. Okay. Yeah, it's a shape now. What's up?
I still don't see anything yet.
What?
Oh,
It says your
Never mind.
stream is running.
okay. For some reason, it was clicked over on your picture. It wasn't. It didn't instantly go over to the stream. It looked like your back probably is what needs the most work at the moment.
What do I do about it? Because I don't know.
So there are shoulder blades, yes?
Yes.
They stick out more than the spine. So I would use the inflate tool about where the shoulder blades are. Don't use it near where the spine is, otherwise the spine will come out too. So either make the brush smaller or move more to the arms. Just kind of inflate the area. You might want to be on a bit of an angle so you can see how much they're coming out. And I think get the arm too, because I think half the arm was not as far out as it should have been, but we made them for you.
This one?
Yeah. Get that area too. And then check the side view to see if your back has come out as far as your reference goes.
Cool.
If you want to move that arm so that it's kind of out of the way, you have to use the grab tool. And actually, now that we put all that mesh in it, it's going to be harder to move than it was. Oh, you can be in sculpting.
Oops.
Left,
Okay.
you left. Use
And I
the
just
grab.
be.
Just use a big brush.
No.
Yeah, it's going to look awkward. That's
Oh,
just how
Jesus.
that's gonna be. It's because we added all that mesh. So you'll move it and then you'll have to like reinflate it. And it's not gonna move at the shoulders. So.
I'm not sure if that's what I wanted. Her arms look noodly.
They're going to.
Okay. Yay, noodle arms. Okay. Oops.
Now I'd hit less of the arm and more just on the back, just up and down from the back of the neck down to where the shoulder blades stop. Okay, stop and then check side view. You could also just use the grab tool and go, like, if you look at my screen real quick, go out of view like this, grab the shoulder blade and just pull until it's sticking out more. It might be faster, but it's not. But you clean it up using smoothing. Oh, gone again.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
I thought you said you had nice weather. What's going on?
I don't know. It's sunny and everything.
I'll tell you to get Starlink at this point. Then again, that might not survive the first hurricane.
Oh no. I've never had to deal with hurricanes before, so.
Oh no, I have a problem. I fixed it. Your stream is off again, just so you know.
Okay. One second. I'll hit
Just to let you know, I can't. No. Welcome back again.
Oh, all the expletives I wish to scream right now. Okay. Share screen. Here we go.
At least you're not losing power. That would be weird.
Yeah.
So I would go, a little up towards the neck more, because the neck muscles have to get built out. You're going a little far with the lower muscles, and you just need to get the upper one.
I am.
So it's harder to do it when you're on. And it's okay to go over and then use the shift click to smooth it out. It'll flatten. Like you're going to need to with those lumpy muscles. So, just make sure when your strength isn't too high. I mean, that looks a lot better from the single. Go to side and see if it matches up with the light. Yeah, it's pretty close.
Kind of fixed it.
I mean, at this point, if you wanted to, like, with your strength, what it is, just like shift click and drag around the waistline and smooth everything out. It'll make things look nice and smooth. I hate how Blender does that crease in the middle sometimes.
Oh. Ah. Not what I wanted to do. I really need to get used to this. Yeah.
Orbiting, zooming. That only occurs by doing.
I know.
Played enough MMOs, you should know how this works. Granted, like if you zoom the camera out and hit a tree, it would just stop. I could throw your mind for a loop.
Oh,
You're not actually zooming in and out. You're shrinking and expanding it.
what?
Yeah, the camera's not moving.
Oh. It kind of looks like a buddy.
Go to the side view real quick.
Oh. Ew.
Zoom out a bit. Following.
Why not?
I'm trying to decide because I'm looking at the model on both ours, and maybe it's just me, but what looks sad in the model. But the image, it looks fine, right?
Hmm.
But when you start orbiting the model, it just quite look right.
It's a little dumpy in the weirdest places.
Well, you might need to like take this side and pull it in, because like 45 degrees, you're not getting references for 45-degree angles.
So use the grab tool and kind of.
Nudge things around. And this is kind of like where we start going off of, we leave the reference, because a 2D view is good for getting started, but when you actually see it in 3D space, you start seeing all the problems that might have actually been there. And if you need to like use shift to smooth things out, like I would definitely smooth out some of yours, like right at the angle you're on, just whatever's facing directly towards you, just smooth it.
Yeah.
That looks a bit better, yeah.
Looks a lot better.
And then if you want to, you could inflate it a little bit more. It's just the angle of the polygons are not good. Or use the slide relax and then shift click around with that, and it'll make the mesh nicer. But yeah, you kind of lost the
Yep.
So to get that back, you probably want to use, I don't know if it's going to be the second tool for you, the draw sharp. Is this, okay. By default, draw sharp pushes mesh away, so you should be able to use that to just draw down that line, and it should push it in. You might want to make the brush bigger, and then come in from a little bit lower. Camera angle upward. Okay.
That.
Yeah. Because it pushes, I think, away from the camera a lot.
Ooh.
Yeah. You'll have to smooth things, and you'll just have to keep switching between tools to get things the way you want. Maybe the brush is too big. Or the strength is too high.
Maybe.
Typically, if you're moving too much mesh, the brush probably needs to go lower. If you're moving too far, it's straight.
Oh God.
Yeah, don't worry, that's fine. You're getting it there, and then you'll just use the inflate tool to fix the problem that was created by it. That's how a lot of this works. Fixing one problem will make another but smaller problem that's easier. Now make sure you're not going too far.
Oh no.
And then there's another tool that'll be useful here called Hitch. It'll be one of the yellow ones. I think it's the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that should actually I don't know if it'll work on a mirror. So we try it. Just I was gonna say wipe it down.
What?
But I don't know what else to say for that action.
Oh, damn it. I can't. Now this action feels dirty. Oh.
But you understand what you need to do.
Yes, I understand. Even worse. Flat.
Keep inflating. And don't go too far up and down because you're probably inflating up there too when you don't want.
It just feels flat on like
Inflate. Inflate,
No.
grab it, whatever. That's it. I mean, you can just grab it too and pull. It's usually grab makes things go quickly. Inflate makes things like nice curves and stuff.
on time. You're probably touching.
You're close. Is it? You could zoom in to, or not zoom in, but you can. Once you zoom in close, you can use orbit to go on, into the inside and look on the inside, see if anything's awkward.
No, but it's very close.
Yeah.
That's about as close as I want to get to a fight.
Oh, you'll have to get all intimate with all these models.
Yeah.
We've not even made the chest yet. Let alone if you want to get an enemy, right?
That's true.
But I can't shoot that.
No. Son of a biscuit. Why do I keep doing that?
Looks like something weird's going on with the side of
With mine?
it. Yeah, see how it goes? It got like a dark shade, light shade, dark shade, light shade.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's telling me something's going in and out and then in and out. And it should be like all gradual gradient. You either need to smooth around in there or a little inflate. I mean, smoothing, you'll definitely have to do that, but you might have to do that. Also, if you want, outside of, if you go to layout real quick, get out of sculpting,
Okay.
right click, you can shade smooth. If you'd prefer working on it without seeing all the squares.
Oh. Oh, she lumpy. Oh, she lumpy.
That's a lot of that's just because of the geometry. It's not as detailed as you'll want. I mean, and we'll fix that eventually. But that's typically like when you're making a game model, like if you look at a game model closely enough, you'll notice the border, the outside line, it will have sharp edges. You just won't see it because it's tricking you with shading like this. Because like if you zoom out, like the whole chest area that we've put a bunch of polygons in, it looks good from a distance. Like you don't see any of the lines when you're zoomed out. But if you were, say, in VR and really up close to a person, you could definitely start noticing. Granted, everyone will have the smooth shading, so it'll only be on the edges for the most part. And if you want to go back, right-click again and go to Shape Flat. I mean, it's probably good right now just to be in the flat shading. That way you see better what's going on with all the polygons. When we get to like actual sculpting where you're putting in creases and stuff, then you can go to shade smooth. But we might also just bring it down to so many polygons that it doesn't matter anymore. All the squares are so small.
Not sure how to fix her hip.
That's pretty much it. I mean, you could always inflate her hip. It looks like her butt's getting bigger than her hip, so. The hip should definitely be wider than the ass. So you either deflate one or inflate the other. Though, also, before you go too much on the hip, we probably should add more geometry down there, like we did with the arms. So, go to edit mode real quick. And then loop cut on the leg. And both in the upper and lower sections, just add loop cuts. I think I'm going to add 3 up here for me. down below. Again, try and get them to be square, like equal size. Basically. Every line is the same. Which, I mean, you can't do in some places because, like, we added these two lines before, so now these boxes in here are going to be different sizes from like the ones in the back.
Right.
That's just how it is, unless we went and cleaned up the mesh. And if you want to keep loop cutting down the calves and stuff, that'll let you better sculpt those areas too.
I keep wanting to use my finger to scroll and move.
Are you on a drawing tablet?
And
I think you can. Actually, I don't know if it has touch controls, but
why do that? I just. Let's see.
I mean, you could definitely use your pen for sculpting if you want to do that. We're not to the point where we're doing fine details, so
Yeah.
most of the time I'm doing almost everything by mouse these days, just because it's easier than pulling the tablet over. And I'm gonna add TM.
Might as well.
Now you could do kind of block sculpting everywhere. Though you'll want to extrude out the arm to its full length, probably. So you have to go to the end. It's like, I think it's probably gonna be definitely more than 4 boxes now. 16 boxes. They're just gonna be awkward because it's a movie now.
Oops.
Yeah, now you're going to have to just do use control would be the way to do it now. So what control does is it selects everything from the last point you were at to the point you next click.
Oh, okay.
So like if you watch my stream real quick, and I'm just clicking corners, it's selecting everything in between. But you got it all. So out. And then move it to about where the wrist should be, because that's going to extrude in a weird direction.
Oh, yeah. Why?
It's the angle that they were facing.
Oh.
So just extrude them out, click, and then G and rotate and everything to get them into position. And you'll get the arm length wrong. I'm sure. Mine's wrong. I know.
Yeah, this is.
You just get
way
them close. And if you want to go to top view, technically the elbow should be further back than the wrist and shoulder.
Oh, this is great.
It's easier to fix now than when you put a bunch of mesh in the forearm. So. Just actually use top, front, and back views. Try not to use random angles. It'll help. make positioning quicker.
How do I do that?
Your orbit wheel top right. Or there are a bunch of keys in the number pad. So your wrist definitely needs to move a lot forward on the Y axis.
I don't know how to move the elbow back or the.
Yeah,
like,
because there's so much mesh in there now, it's not easy to do it.
Yeah.
What you would do is you'd probably come back here in sculpt mode and just use the grab tool and kind of pull things from the top to the bottom. If you're in sculpt mode, you went into edit mode.
Oh.
So.
Gotcha.
More concentrate pulling on the elbow. And you'll have to do little bits at a time. Can't do it all at once. But the elbow right there, that list probably fine. Move the mouse more into the body. Shrink the brush. Because you don't want to pull the body. And probably the shoulder, like where the arm is connecting to the torso, that should probably be pulled backwards. But not like the front of the shoulder, just the back. Shrink your brush first.
Oops. Oh my gosh, my mouse is sensitive. Okay, how about this? Oh, that's really.
That's a lot better. You'll definitely have to inflate those arms, but you'll probably... Oh, and your arms are like up in the air too. But it's not that big of a deal right now. Well, maybe if you want to get them back into T-pose instead of Y.
She is summoning Cthulhu.
Praise the sun.
Oh, jeez.
What?
It just looks really weird.
The more you try and use move complex geometry, the more awkward it looks. And the more you... There are tools for moving things without having a rig, but I've not used them too much. Because there's a in sculpt mode, there's a pose brush, and I think that is supposed to help with that. It's just I don't know how to control it properly.
I have no idea. Wow, yeah.
That's something probably would be really useful to know how to use, but I'd have to go watch tutorials on how to do it. But it could definitely like on my stream real quick. You can move an arm at the elbow really quick if you get it right. But it looks like some kind of using some kind of algorithm to figure out where things should move, but I don't know that it gets right all the time. And brush size probably matters for some reason. Whoa. I don't know why it's twisted. Oh.
I will be right back. Wow, yeah, I'm gonna go grab something to eat.
it's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance, not the life I want to live. I want to take it all, standing tall, fear outweighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul.
returned with food. Ooh.
But
This looks pretty. Oh, you're doing that.
the annoying part. And I'm working on it in 2D to begin with, and then I'll have to push it and mold it against the body. Hoping that worked out.
Looks good.
And then I'll have to figure out what's going on for the underside. Once I get what I can see.
I feel like a lot of that would be making it up as you go.
Oh yeah.
So what's that blue thing that goes between her cleavage?
I think it's just a ribbon. Or string. I don't know what's in the reference, so. Why it's there? I don't know.
I thought it was
I
a
mean,
leaf first.
I mean, it kind of looks like it when you look how it terminates around the tail, but I don't know how you'd get that off that tail. It's like she put it on there, and then her tail got bigger, and now it can't come off.
Yeah.
Still, I wonder how I'm gonna do that. Because I'd like to make it where I can go between the two different tail states.
That would be cool.
Thinking I'm just gonna have to basically make two tails and then shrink one, expand the other, then shrink that one, expand the first one. That's it. That's between them. Like you can watch this. You can, in this green triangle section here, object data, you can add these properties. If you set them to 1 and then go in and say, shrink it down, now it's hidden inside the body. Now every time I adjust it from 0 to 1, it appears and reappears.
Oh.
That's basically what I'll be trying. Don't know if it'll work out. But it'll probably be like you see all these petals, leaves, however, whatever you want to call them, the scales. They'll probably have to each be their own object. Because you saw how that the glove was scaling into the wrist. If I didn't,
Right.
if I made everything all the same object, it would scale to a single point, and it would be very noticeable in the change.
Yeah.
So if I make each thing its own object, it'll scale on itself, and at the very least, they'll grow out from where they'll end up, rather than like say the middle of the tail, or the end of it. That, or I could figure some complex method of actually making the scales go flat and then feather out. And then it would just be one tail that's really, really complex. Or has a complex rig to it. Which can probably be done. I just need to do more study on how that rig works.
She's coming along really well, though. It's so cool.
I'm starting to not care so much about textures. Because like I can use the node system here to make things look nice without like making the whole without like adjusting all the paint. Without messing with this kind of a thing.
Yeah.
But like for like doing the eyes and stuff, you definitely need to do the texture like that. But like clothing, you can in the node system, you can set up like procedural textures without actually having a texture image. So you can make this shawl look like silk, and it looks like it has a texture to it, but it's all auto-generated without me having to actually ever paint anything.
Oh, cool.
But you can't just load that into Unity and make it a model. You have to do a bunch of other steps to what they call baking. So you can have the node system make a procedural texture, but then you have to bake that onto an actual texture image, and that can be tricky if you didn't set the mesh up. And you still gotta go in and like make seams so it knows where to cut it when you go and lay it out. Anyway, those get put and make things more or less complicated. There's just a lot of steps, and you'll
Yeah. That's a lot.
we'll get to it when we get to it. So, something interesting I noticed. Soon after you left, we had like 3 viewers, and then soon after you left, and I stopped talking, even working on this. They gone.
People want to see what you do.
Wow, I'm pretty sure a lot of this is boring. Like being in here, zoomed in on this, and just making squares doesn't look all that exciting.
It kind of reminds me of drawing. Like, when I start drawing, it's just nothing.
You done eating?
Not yet. Just, Keep doing your thing.
Just checking.
Yeah. Unknown Brain. Marvin Divine. I'm saying bye to all the lies and all the times you cried, saying that I wasn't right, yet I was right by your side. You manipulator, playing games, your friends commentators, and I don't know what you say about our private conversations, but it's got them hating. Thanks for all the rumors you be claiming. It's cool, I'm done with you, so they can throw you a celebration. You gon' hate it when you see me with somebody living better. I'm trying to tell you that me just doing me gon' have you jealous.
I know that I gotta stay away from all your games. Yeah, I know that I found somebody else
No.
to love me one day. You'll realize
Food is yummy.
the grass ain't greener on the other side. No, you did me dirty for the
And
last time.
that's why I'm eating now.
Gotta say goodbye. So now I gotta say goodbye.
You know, I might as well get food right now.
Yeah.
I just picked it up. You know, let's get chili or something. Never know.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, my life is lovely now, I'm focused on me. You said you were about to die, I guess the car is on E. But see, I ain't even tripping, cause I just chose to believe that somebody gon' come around and give me just what I need. I don't wanna see you finding, see you looking down and out. Coming to me crying, saying you miss having me around. Gave you chances and you blew it, you so easily influenced. All the times you told me beat it, now you gotta face the music, I'm saying.
I know that I gotta stay away from all your games. Yeah, I know that I found somebody else to love me one day. You'll realize the grass ain't greener on the other side. No, you did me dirty for the last time. So now I gotta say goodbye. So now I gotta say
Like you, be strong to hold the powers of the sun. To dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one, only one.
messing with my head again. You had your heart set on me, but these feels they come and go, and they come so easily. Tell me what it is about you that I can't forget, but you're breaking down my walls again just to set me free. Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Staying up when I go out, you gotta know I'm all yours. But when I say what's that about, you start slurring your words. Tell me why you have to seem so distant when I'm holding you. Your fingertips are drifting away, and I fucking love how it hurts. Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I? Why do I, baby, why do I? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Take me in slow, breathe me in and let me go. Feeling the lumps inside you, and the blackened eyes make my way into your mind. Just to know what you knew. Restless every time we start locking eyes. Lost control. Oh, it's paradise with honesty, but I'm in the dead of the night. Let the darkness take control.
deep smoke, breathe me in and let me go. Sink to your heart to find you. Open up your eyes till you're blinded by the lies, so you can see what you do. Restless every time we start looking as a lost control. Oh, it's paradise with honesty, but at heart, in the dead of the night. Teardrops on the floor. The pain is over. Feel the darkness take control.
Let's sing a song full of hope, full of pain. Why don't you sing along, my friend? For it's our last refrain. Forever young, ever strong, ever brave. Memories like this never end. No, they don't fade away. So when I'm gone, oh, when I'm gone, I'll be right there, close to the sun. Keep holding on, keep holding on. And I'll be right there, close to the sun, close to the sun. Close to the sun. Here's to the ones who let shine through the rain, the ones who stood for something more. We won't forget your names. The tide is high, say goodbye, we're setting sail, and all those midnight secrets told, we'll take them to the grave. So when I'm gone, oh, when I'm gone, I'll be right there, close to the sun. Keep holding on, keep holding on. And I'll be right there, close to the sun, close to the sun.
Oh, I am back. Hello? Why is your internet being fucky? Now. Now. Maybe we end this that with the day then. Save. 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 Save.
Keep holding on, keep holding on. And I'll be right there, close to the sun, close to the sun. Come and fly away with me. Come and fly away with me. Come and fly away with me.
So, did you ever learn